Hi guys, welcome to The Talking Point with myself, George Baker Harris, and my co-host.
Nathan Leake.
Boom, we are back for a Premier League review and
Preview.
Preview. Got a slight advantage because we have already seen the scores on the doors for the first two games, or how the second game is going, but we'll give you our honest reviews. Starting off with Brighton versus Burnley, Nathan, you actually got this one correct.
Yeah, I went for a draw.
Mad.
I didn't think it was going to be 0-0, but...
What made you think it was going to be a draw? Because I generally thought Brighton would give it to them.
Because Brighton, they just, in the final third, they just seem a bit lost. And, well, if there's one team not to do that against, it's Burnley.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. You struggled to break them down last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you've been making teams look very silly recently, haven't you?
But we
too much into that.
Yeah, but we seem to be able to go forward and attack, but we're unable to defend at all.
Yeah, I've noticed you struggled to keep clean sheets, haven't you? Both in England and in Europe. But you got the job done, which is the main thing. But yeah, I would have gone Brighton win. I thought maybe... I mean, I would have gone Brighton win because I just thought maybe they would have done something like Lamptey's on a good bit of form. I just thought like they've started so well, didn't they, this season? Unlucky against United. They should have won that. They've been unlucky in a few games really this season.
Again, that's just because they can't. They're just so lost in the final third. They just seem unable to score.
Yeah, it's not going well for Graham Potter's side at the moment. Moving on to Southampton, Newcastle. What did you have for this one?
Yeah, it's going the way I'm expecting.
Yeah.
Southampton are winning.
Yeah, well, we did say Southampton win, and as it stands, it is 1-0 Newcastle. So,
Southampton.
Yeah.
I know they're both playing stripes, but come on.
It's not been a great start for me, is it? I'm tired. It's the end of the week, and I've been really not busy at all this week. But that's the excuse I'm going with.
Just go with a parent excuse.
Yeah, it's because I have a child. It's the main reason. Staying with Southampton. Sorry. I thought they were going to win, but I don't think they're going to smash it just because Danny Ings is out for, I think it's 2 months, isn't it? With knee surgery.
6 weeks. Yeah.
So
that is a big loss for them, but I do think that Che Adams will fill the void for it.
Well,
and if Ward-Prowse continues to play as he has been, there's absolutely no reason why they can't continue.
Yeah, bend it like Beckham. Che Adams has scored, hasn't he? So he's been looking quite decent. Obviously, I know he struggled, didn't he, when he first come to the top flight?
Yeah, maybe he just needed that year to adjust because he'd only really played Championship football, and that's obviously a
big step up. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a big step up for him.
Well,
aside from Championship, we've played League One with Sheffield United.
Well, hopefully, Dan James can make the step up.
The boy just needs chances.
Which one?
Dan James, he just needs chances.
He's given chances. Right, moving on, we'll move on into Saturday's fixtures, and it is Everton versus Manchester United. How do you see that one going, Nathan? Both clubs are a bit of lost end at the moment, aren't they?
It's all dependent on if James Rodriguez plays or not.
He's been
if James plays, if he plays, I think Everton will win. Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't, I think it will be a draw. But a high-scoring draw, like a 2-2 or 3-3.
Yeah. Martial's back. He served his suspension. I want to say a United win. I don't know. I think this is coming from me and a few other United things out there. These players have thrown managers under the bus. You've seen it with Moyes. Not Moyes. He was just shit.
Yeah, Moyes.
You've seen it with LVG. Well, yeah, Moyes.
Yeah,
more recently, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho. And now Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think that Poch has made an appearance on TV. He's declared his hunger. Rumours circulating. We saw him in midweek, didn't we? That United have approached Poch. It took the club a really long time to come out and rubbish these reports, which is why I don't think they're true. I think this could be Ollie's final game.
Speaking about Ollie, he was furious after midweek, and understandably so. The defending for both the goals was just... It was shambolic.
People were calling for Ollie's head for that. It's not his fault. You should not have to coach leaving a player, 2 players, on 1 player from a corner. That is standard.
It's common sense.
That is Sunday league level football. Both goals
it's common sense.
aren't Ollie's fault.
I don't get why the back 4 was in the attacking half for the first goal. Like, it's still 0-0. You don't need to be going gung-ho. If you're 2-0 down, fair enough. But it was 0-0. There was no need for them all to be there.
The most annoying part is this was supposed to be the easy game in the group. Or when this group was drawn, people only thought we'd get points against these teams. But we've gone and beaten PSG and... We've beaten PSG and Leipzig, and this should have been the game that more or less solidified as second place.
Made both PSG and Leipzig look ordinary on the night as well.
Exactly. Yeah, like it wasn't a smash and grab. And it's hard because we should have played this week and played the next game, both against Istanbul, got 6 points, and 12 points would have wrapped up first place.
Yeah.
It would have been game over.
But it's the inconsistency of Man United of late, unfortunately.
And I think we have to win against Istanbul because if we don't win and PSG and Leipzig, one of them will probably overtake us. And imagine, right? We go into the PSG and Leipzig games and we're third. They're going to want to make sure that we're the ones going into Europa League. We've gone from somehow expecting 18 points from this group to, are we actually even going to get through on the space of 1 game? But let's wait to see what happens. But going back to the Premier League, I think Everton are going to win. As much as, you know me, I'll literally say Man United will beat any team. I just do think the players are going to throw Ollie under the bus. I don't know if he's still there. I do think that Ollie's going to be thrown under the bus, and I think this is going to be his final game. Just see if Nathan's coming back, so I don't want him to miss this. Just give him a call. Oh dear. Shall we see if we can get Nathan back, guys? Says he's... Don't know what's happened. Yeah, well, just to kind of crack on with my thoughts, I will give you some of my thoughts of United. I do think Ollie will be thrown under the bus this weekend. I think that... sorry, guys, just trying to see if Nathan is back. Yeah, I think the bigger players are going to throw Ollie under the bus. I do think that this will be his last game. Even if he loses, I think if he wins, he won't be sacked. I think with they know Poch is out there, and they know Poch isn't going to wait around forever. PSG, if they lose again to Leipzig, that could leave them bottom of the group. And I think PSG won't hesitate to act with 2 games to go against Istanbul United, thinking they could probably get a result from both. Generally think they could go for a sort of Poch or just send him. Yeah, I think that they could hire a Poch or someone of that caliber to try and guide them through the group. Because let's face it, PSG do not care about the league form, do they? They know eventually they've started poor last season and this season, and they will just climb their way to the top. The team's too good. It doesn't need a manager in League One. The rest of the standard isn't there. People were calling for Tuchel's head before the Atlanta game had finished. People were like, "That's it. He's done. He's going to get sacked." Yeah, just think. Sorry, just making sure. Just seeing what Nathan wants to do. Yeah, I just think that Poch will be thrown under the bus, and not Poch. Sorry, I think Ollie will be thrown under the bus. I think Poch will come in. Where we go from there, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to support this manager, whether we're going to bring in a director of football. It's hard, really, because Women Ollie for come in and we won 13 games on a bounce. And now look, we're thinking Ollie, everyone's Ollie out. So it's hard. Yeah. Come on, Nathan. Just seeing if Nathan wants to carry on with this. I think his Wi-Fi's gone. So we'll just see what happens with that. Yeah, sticking with the Premier League theme. Champions League midweek did well, didn't they? English teams. Liverpool 5-0 win. Very, very good. Man City 3-0 win was quite good. 3-0, 4-0. That was quite good. United lost 2-1. That was the big highlight of the week, really. Do you know what? I'm going to talk about the Istanbul game some more. I don't know what happened, guys. Honestly, we were just tactically inept, really. Not tactically inept, defensively inept. It just didn't work out for us, did it? They played a low block. Raphael played incredibly well. Running out. I spoke about it so much this week, and it's infuriating. It should have been an easy win, and we made it a lot harder than it needed to be. Yeah, I don't know where to go, really. I don't know where to go with this. Ollie in, Ollie out. Heads kind of turning, and we're basically turning this into a night episode because we're still recording. We can see if we can get Nathan back into this live session. Don't know what's happening with his internet. Oh, that email was loud. But yeah, tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hi guys, we are back. Sorry about that. Nathan had some technical difficulties with his Wi-Fi.
Yep. Thank you, EE.
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't realize I could record pause the recording. Otherwise, I would have done. So hope you enjoyed me ranting about United. Basically, yeah, it was a bit of a half natter, half checking my phone, half just sitting there. But hey ho, you live and learn. Yeah, going back to United, we were talking about them. I'll give you my score prediction. I believe it's gonna be 2-1 Everton.
I mean, that must hurt you to predict your team to lose.
It does, because I love Ollie, and I'm a massive Ollie fan.
Yeah.
I just, all I want is him to win the league and win the Champions League. Not this season, obviously.
Yeah. But at the same time, you've got to be objective.
Sorry, bloody phone's going off. Yeah, I think it is there. It's not like I've got a feeling they're going to throw him under the bus. It's been done before, and this is the same group of players. And I don't think it's all of them that are going to throw him under the bus. I believe there are people there playing for Ollie and want Ollie to do well. But I do feel that this is this could be Ollie's last game. If he wins, I don't think he'll be sacked. But like I was saying to the viewers after you left, PSG might start panicking.
Yeah.
They do not care about League One form because they know they'll win it. They don't need a manager for League One. They care about the Champions League. Poch is available, and Poch has declared on international telly that he is ready to come back. He's rejected Barcelona once, according to good sources.
Yeah, he wouldn't sign for Barcelona because he
don't
used to
know.
manage Espanyol.
Jose said he'd never sign for Tottenham.
Yeah, but Chelsea threw him under the bus. So
yeah, no, I understand, but I do think that likes of PSG. Why would you not want to go and manage PSG, right?
although Poch would go and manage PSG, he used to play for them. So,
but why would you not want to manage them anyway? Like they've got Mbappe and Neymar, right?
because
He's got lots of money. He'll add trophies to his CV.
it's because he'd have to live in Paris, and fuck that.
I just think that United, because United don't normally do this. We're not a football club. We do not make decisions like this. I just think that we're going to panic, and I think we're going to bring Poch in.
And it's weird that it's roughly about the same time we sacked Poch and brought Mourinho in.
Yeah, it is. But you act like a football club. We don't.
Yeah.
But I just want Ollie. I want nothing more than Ollie to go out there tomorrow and win 7-8-0. And just because everyone says this season's over. If we go on a run, the season's not over.
No, it's only been 9. It's only been 8 games.
Well, for us, 7.
Well, 8 weeks. It's been
exactly.
8 weeks of Premier League football.
I do understand people's frustrations because we do need to find. If Ollie could be consistent, he has got the squad there. He has proven he can beat the big teams.
The problem isn't beating the big teams, though. It's beating
the little teams.
Your Crystal Palaces, your Burnleys, your Newcastles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I wanted to do that one. But
right.
Moving on, I do think, 2-1 Everton, but I would love to be wrong, basically.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next game, which is, I'll just bring the scores back up because
Palace Leeds.
There we go. Crystal Palace are at home to Leeds, and how do you see this one going?
Oh, that's an odd one because Leeds are so inconsistent.
I'm going to throw
Palace
it
well
I think Bielsa's going to run the park with Hodgson tomorrow. Just going to put it out there now.
Yeah, I think Leeds will win.
I think Leeds will win, but I do depend. It'll
be
if Zaha turns up.
It will be another high-scoring game, like 3-2.
Yeah, I could see that. I think Zaha's been on top form this season, and Palace are missing Cahill. You can tell.
They're missing that experience.
He's like their Vincent Kompany, isn't he? He's not as good, but he's that role, isn't he? A leader.
Yeah. Plus, he's been there and done it with Chelsea. So
so we'll see. I wouldn't surprise me if Palace get something from it. It really wouldn't. It's one of them games like we've been saying for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Won't be surprised at whatever the result is. But I do think Bielsa could put some points on the board. And for the love of me, I hope he doesn't, because if we win, we can go above Leeds if we win. And
I mean, that would have been mad if you said that at the start of the season.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Leeds are going to edge it. Moving on to Chelsea versus Sheffield. Weird one, isn't it? Because last season Chelsea won it. Sheffield won it.
Sheffield United, yeah. Well, they're a different prospect this season without Dean Henderson in goal. They look a little less secure.
Yeah,
I think Chelsea will win this.
Yeah, I think you saw them in midweek, didn't you? They clicked. I don't know, it was against a lesser side, but they still did it.
You can only beat what's in front of you.
Exactly, and also that's the games they need, isn't it? The easier games where they can start getting the things going and putting the cogs in motion. I think Chelsea are going to start clicking now, and I think watch this space with Chelsea up and from now till Christmas.
Yeah,
if they can stay,
Hakim Ziyech getting fit is a massive boost.
He's incredible. I think he's going to be the Bruno Fernandes this season. You know, where there's that one midfielder that just sets the Premier League alight. I do think that he's going to be challenging De Bruyne and Fernandes for that.
I'm going to say something bold. He's going to be that Hazard replacement.
Yeah, no, I can see that. He's not as dynamic as Hazard of his running, but doesn't need to be. He's like De Bruyne. He could put it on a sixpence.
He's technically such a good player. But then again, if you come through Ajax's academy, you have to be.
Yeah. Is there going to be a bold claim of a assist record breaking season for Ziyech, or do you think that's a bit No, isn't too much.
It's a bit of a stretch, but I do think he's going to be their talisman.
I think they missed him. I think because it's going to take pressure off Havertz now, isn't it? He can play more freely. Werner everyone's been saying, oh, he's a waste of money. He's been feeding on scraps. Look at him now, scoring for fun.
Plus, he's only had, 6 weeks in the Premier League. You've got to give the guy time to settle.
Exactly. So I think...
It's like last season when people call him Pepe a flop. He's only been there for 5 minutes.
No.
Give the guy a chance to settle.
No. He's an Arsenal player. He's a flop. No, I hope Pepe comes through because he's a brilliant talent. But yeah, I would like to see him flop because the £72 million of Arsenal's money that have been wasted.
Ditto.
Yeah. But yeah, Chelsea win. I think they're going to win comfortably, like 4-5-0. I think if Ziyech's on it, they're done. They've got Ramsdale in goal. They're fucked. They might as well just put a bit of cardboard box in goal.
Oh yes, your favourite keeper. I also agree with you. I think it will be a convincing Chelsea win.
The only way Sheffield win is if they all test positive for COVID, and they have to forfeit the game.
Yeah, and I don't see that happening. Next game, West Ham versus Fulham.
Fulham have picked up a bit of form recently, and on this channel we predicted Fulham to go down. Well, you didn't put them with no points. I put them down. We put them down with record-breaking points, didn't we? Or around that category, didn't we? We're not Fulham fans here, but I don't know. I think if Fulham play the way they've been playing, I think they could probably nab a point. To be honest.
I still think West Ham will win.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a West Ham win. Just think David Moyes has got them ticking. Never thought I'd say that about David Moyes in the Premier League again.
West Ham.
Yeah, but I just think Rice is looking sharp again. Antonio's helping. I just think Bowen's looking good, isn't he?
Yeah.
I like Bowen. I think he's a good player. He was good for Hull. I don't watch a lot of Championship. When I've seen him, he's looked quite.
I know he was. When he was there, they were around 4th or 5th, I think, in the Championship. And then as soon as he went, they plummeted.
Yeah, and I know
that kind of says how important he is to that team.
And Ben Rama, I don't think he'll start tomorrow. I think he could start tomorrow actually because he's a lesser side, isn't it? But I think once the international breaks past is when you're going to really see Ben Rama kind of move into that team. If they can get him going, if they can get Ben Rama going, Bowen, you got Ben Rama, Bowen, Rice,
Antonio.
Yeah, with Rice sitting just behind all of them, not as a cam, obviously as a defensive midfielder, but I think I'm not going to say they're going to challenge for Europe, but I think they could be comfortable this season, West Ham. The way
I think so.
Which is a shame, and I can see the disgusting look on your face.
Maybe get a decent run in the FA Cup as well.
Exactly. If they draw United, it's an easy passage through to the next round at the moment. Yeah, so West Ham win, comfortable win, I'd say. But actually, no.
I'd say 3-1, yeah.
Yeah, go on, yeah. I was trying to make a case for it,
but it'll be a tighter game than the scoreline suggests.
Yeah. I think the only way I see Fulham winning it is if they just stick 11 men behind the ball and hit them on a counter or get a penalty, to be honest.
And that's not how Fulham play.
No, it's not. Which is fair enough to Scott Parker, who wants to play expansive attacking football. Just don't
it's
think
a risk when you're newly promoted.
Yeah, I just don't think he's got the players to do it. Like, he's got great midfielders in Lamina and Loftus-Cheek, but they're the same. They're like a box-to-box, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're technically good. Just don't think they're going to start running on the counter. Hey, I'm not a Premier League manager. I'm not going to judge him. Moving into Sunday, our first game, which is West Brom Tottenham. Do you see any chance at all of cocking it up?
Yeah, because it's West Brom. I see us drawing that.
Yeah, West Brom like to do beats against big teams, don't they? When they're in the Premier League.
Well, they were our bogey team. I've seen us play West Brom 4 times and I've never seen us win. Seen us draw twice and lose twice. Well, the first Spurs game I went to watch at White Hart Lane was against West Brom and they fucking won 1-0.
Well,
and it was a corner as well.
Did you see Mourinho's Instagram post the other day?
I love Mourinho's Instagram.
Brilliant. When you play shit, but you win the game.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant.
I mean, he was right, because we didn't really get out of second gear.
Yeah, I saw
for 70 minutes of the game, we didn't have to.
I saw the first 25 minutes. I saw the Kane goal, which was a special goal. It was 200 goals in 300 games, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Tottenham.
he's now our
Very impressive.
third. He's our third highest scorer in our club's history.
Who's your top? With what goals?
Jimmy Greaves.
With
260 odd goals.
he'll beat that. He'll beat that. I think with COVID, he can't move due to COVID, and I don't think he'll want to move either. I think Mourinho's gonna stay. So I think Kane will break that. But going back to the current days and times against West Brom, I do not.
I've got the numbers here for you. Spurs highest ever goal scorer, 266 goals. English top flight highest ever goal scorer, 357 goals.
Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I think Kane will beat that.
Yeah, he'll beat the Spurs one, not the top flight.
No,
one.
not the top
flight one's near impossible.
That's Alan Shearer's, isn't it?
No, it's Jimmy Greaves one.
Oh, that's it. I'm thinking of the Premier League.
Alan Shearer's one's the Premier League.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd be mad if Kane beat both. I'm mad. That'd be mad. Going back to current times, current days, not when Kane's in a wheelchair and reminiscing on these good times.
Out of the 60s.
Yeah. I don't see West Brom really even having I think they'll give you a good go because they gave Chelsea a good go and everyone wrote them off against Chelsea. They're a bit up and down, aren't they? I think Mourinho senses that. I said this to you last week, didn't I? There is a title challenge, and you've remained firmly on the ground that there isn't a title challenge there. I see a title challenge. I'm not saying you're going to win it, but I'm saying you're in it. If you can keep, like I said, if you can keep the two players fit that we mentioned, Son and Kane, I don't see anyone stopping you. Maybe Man City. Liverpool have not got a defence. City, I see your only challengers. I know. Yeah, I'm not saying you're going to win it, and I'd rather Man City win it again than you win it.
Are you sure you're a Man United fan?
Yeah, I just hate Tottenham. Nah.
But you choose Man City over.
Yeah, because they're not really our rivals, are they? They've only been a club.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. They've only been a club.
They're your City, right? Yes, they are your rivals.
Bro, Salford have got more history than them. Like, preferably, I want United to win it, but I don't know why I don't like Tottenham. They've never done anything to me. I just think it's because I've got a lot of Tottenham friends, and I just don't think I'd be able to.
Probably.
I just don't think I don't know any City fans, so they'd leave me alone. But Tottenham fans, I'd get it all year. Oh, we're the Premier League champions. And then when you finish relegated, when you're like relegated, but no one's won the league yet, you'll be like, we're still the champions. Like, and then all your dusty trophy cases will be a me. Like, all the memes will be gone.
Yep, look forward to that day.
But yeah, I do think there's a title challenge to be had there, and I think Mourinho smells that. Mourinho's not stupid. I think he does sense that there's something there to go at, to be honest.
I hope you're right.
I just think it depends, like, because you've got such an easy group, he can prioritise the league at the moment, isn't it? You've not got the Champions League. You've got a very easy
the
group.
League Cup in December against Stoke, so that's
Exactly. Like, I know it's Stoke, and you have to be a bit wary, but
it's not the hardest fixture you could have gotten.
Exactly. You've got I think they're a lesser side left, aren't they? I think all the other teams are Premier League teams, aren't they? No, there's one other Championship side, isn't there?
Yeah, and they're playing Newcastle.
Is it Oxford? No, they beat Oxford in the last round, didn't they? Or the round before. We've got Everton. Anyway, regardless of Carabao Cup, we'll probably do a preview whenever that's back. Moving on to... So basically, to wrap up Tottenham. Big win or...
No, I went for a draw.
Oh, wow. I didn't actually hear that part. Draw?
Draw, yeah.
Draw?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me just turn my volume up. Draw?
A draw.
Okay, right. Well.
And that's me being optimistic.
I'm not letting you do my accumulator this weekend. I think you're going to smash them.
You got more faith than me, man.
I say this about all the games, don't I? I go, oh, yeah, you're going to smash them.
Yeah.
But I'm never right.
If you've experienced the West Brom games that I've experienced.
I have. We drew 5-5.
Yeah, but that was a one-off. We've only beaten West Brom like twice in the last 8 years, I think.
West Brom come to Old Trafford and won for the first time in God knows how many years under Moyes. We could
Yeah,
argue
we
about
keep.
West Brom all night, but
Yeah, let's not.
moving
Right,
on
so you
to
said Spurs win. I said draw. Okay, moving on to a Midlands derby: East versus West, Leicester versus Wolves.
I was about to go say the west side are going to win. I don't know which side is which.
So Wolverhampton's West, Leicester's East.
East side are going to win. Yeah, I bit my tongue. Ow. I'm going to move through the pain. I think Leicester are going to win.
Okay. Do you think it's going? Do you think it's going to be a big win? Do you think it's going to be close? Do you think it's going to be a jammy penalty in the 96th minute?
I know. I don't know. The words weren't coming out of my mouth there. I just stopped.
I thought you just chose a direct approach. I think they're going to win. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. They're going to win. I'm not saying anything more. I think Leicester are going to win 2-1.
I
think it's going to be a cagey affair. I think
it's a derby game, so
yeah, I think Wolves will be going to be up for it. Not doing too well recently. Well, not as well as they could have been doing.
I'm going to go with you for a Leicester win.
Yeah, I was trying to think of a pun there, but it's just not coming out of my mouth. So I'm going to skip past it. Leicester win. What do you think? What do you think score, roughly?
I think the same as you, 2-1.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tight affair. I mean, Wolves are certainly dangerous on the break.
Yeah.
And I think Leicester can be got at the back.
Yeah.
But I think Leicester will just have enough firepower to overcome Wolves.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, 2-1. I think Leicester will get a job done. Hopefully they're not too tired from Europa League on Thursday.
They smashed it on Wednesday.
Yeah, they did. They're doing really well. Moving on to by far, the biggest game this weekend. And people are already calling it a title decider. I mean, essentially it is because you drop points against them. How do you see this one going? Because City, you give United stick, right, for being 15th.
Yeah.
Fair. City are 10th, which is only a point or two ahead of us. They're not actually that far ahead.
I'm going to go draw.
Yeah, I'd see that. I think 0-0.
Yeah, I could also see a 0-0. It seems like one of those games that will get bigged up to the hill.
Although
then you're going to see like 3 shots in the whole game.
I would like to see Liverpool win. The only scenario I want to see Liverpool win is if Ollie wins. And then we're a point apart. But yeah, everyone's calling for Ollie's head, but no one's calling for Pep's. And I get different class and manager, completely different class. But current standings...
Different achievements.
Yeah, but current standings are no better. It's not acceptable, really, for City, is it, to be at this position in the table? I don't know why I'm saying it's not acceptable for City. It's not acceptable for us either.
Yeah, but the difference is City have spent God knows how much on their defence.
Exactly. We bought a slab but they've spent 400 million. Do you think there's any? Obviously, I don't follow City on Twitter or anything, and I don't look at what they say. Do you think there's anyone that's going to be calling for Pep's head? Because obviously,
not at the minute. No,
I've seen Pochettino linked last week with not last week, the week before with the City job. But
I think if Pep goes,
that was more population. Get it? It was more speculation that Pep would just move on at the end of the season like he normally does.
Yeah, I think it'll be Pep's decision if he leaves. I don't think he's going to get sacked.
Unless
Man United are unless Man City are like 16th or 17th in the league and out at the Champions League.
Yeah, by Christmas.
I don't see Pep getting sacked.
But he's smashing it in Europe. He's pretty much Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season, isn't he? Smashing it in Europe. Obviously, bar
just
last
with less
game.
hair.
Yeah, he's smashing it in Europe, doing well in the cups. Just can't do anything in the Prem.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really interesting game because this is normally the game of the season now, isn't it? City Liverpool, the title decider.
Yeah, that's become the Arsenal Man United.
Or the Tottenham West Brom. Yeah.
Yeah, because us and West Brom are going to be fighting for that title.
You imagine scenes. You'd bottle it again to West Brom this time instead of Leicester.
Oh, we probably would because it's fucking West Brom.
I'd be buying you a West Brom top with Champions 21 written on it.
Then I'll buy you the Liverpool top with the 6 times on it.
Wow, that was really mean. Um,
Oh,
move-
you were mean. You started it.
No, I can give it, but I can't take it. Okay. Um, moving on.
Okay, you wouldn't last in prison.
That's why I'm a good boy.
Right, last
Moving.
game of the weekend.
Arsenal, Aston Villa. Arsenal won against Molde 4-1. Weren't convincing, were they?
No,
They were convincing against United. Like they should have been at least 2-0 up at half time. Miles better. Do you see them do it? Because Villa are doing bits. Like I know they've had a bit of a decline, but we knew they weren't gonna keep it up. But do you think? Like? Do you think Smith's looked at that game and gone? Do you think he's analysed both United and where United went wrong? And do you think he's analysed where Mulder went right to a certain extent?
maybe.
Because the Arsenal squad was so weak yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mostly the kids, wasn't it?
Yeah. And they did win 4-1 in the end, but
I do think Arsenal can be got at.
yeah.
Like, their defence is a lot more solid than it was last season, but it's still not their strongest point.
But their attack isn't. Like, bar United because they were good in attack, defence. Right, let's just write that game off, right? But apart from that, this season, their attack's not really been firing, apart from the first game of the season.
Maybe it's because they're playing Aubameyang out wide. If you've got a strike... Yeah, we've touched on this in the review of last week and the week before.
He's quite isolated.
If you've got someone like Aubameyang, who's renowned for scoring goals, why are you playing him on the wing? Play him in the centre. Move Saka up to the left wing. Play Pepe on the right. There you go.
100%. I agree with that.
And I'm not even an Arsenal fan saying that.
So you should be wanting Aubameyang to stay on that wide-hand side.
I mean, more power to him. Stay as far wide as possible.
Yeah. But do you think? I think Grealish and Barkley looking good together. I don't know. I just think Watkins is looking good. I think they're all just gelling together, aren't they? They're like chips and gravy. They're going well. That's a bad analogy.
It is. You could have said fish and chips, but no, chips and gravy.
It's like Jeffrey Epstein and 12-year-old girls. They just go well.
He did not kill himself.
Right, well, when I get removed from YouTube and you have to find a new partner, Nathan, I'll still support you. I do think Villa will win. I think Villa will win. I just think Arsenal fans are getting themselves so gassed as they beat United. A poor United. Like, we wasn't good. They're getting themselves gassed over probably the worst performance I've seen under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, full stop.
I think it'll be a draw.
You think?
Yeah, I think it'll be a draw.
Arsenal will win like 7-0.
Yeah, probably.
But no, I can see where you're coming from, to be honest. Do you think goals or do you think 0-0?
Goals. I think there'll be goals.
Yeah. I think Grealish
2-2.
Grealish will score this weekend.
As do I. I think him and Barkley will.
Yeah, and I think Watkins might get one as well. I could see Villa easily getting 3 past them. But I think we'll see. Arsenal are they can be amazing this season, have we seen? But they can also be
shit.
Yeah.
They're very inconsistent.
Yeah, and I think maybe Judge Arteta when it's Christmas time. But yeah. Anything else to add for this weekend, Nathan? Anything else?
Let's have a look at our fantasy teams.
That is it. I completely forgot. I'm so happy you reminded me of that. I will pull up my Premier League dream team. Like we say, guys, please don't take tips off us, especially me, because I am rubbish. I'm actually just going to check where I am. What's our league called?
A-League.
Ah, fucking hell.
A-League.
I'm 16th.
And I am 6th.
You're only 31 points ahead of me. I know it's a lot, but it's not that many, is it?
Yeah, I am 26 behind whoever's top.
What the fuck? Oh, I'm second in my mate's league. That just shows how bad everyone else is, isn't it?
Or how good I am.
My friend who put it together, right? So just throw this in there quickly. My friend who put our other league together, right? He's on 281 points this season.
Fucking hell.
That's so bad. Connor Hamlin, if you're watching, bro. Sorry, bro. I'm out with you. I'm out with you live on YouTube.
YouTube.
What is the score? I'm just going to check the Southampton score. You'll get a live score.
1-0 still. But apparently somebody should have had a penalty. But VAR said no.
Because Walker Peters has now gone up to 6 points, and it makes me happy because I meant to have Lamperty in, but I swapped Lamperty out for Walker Peters, and they got the same points.
Right, so my team.
Go ahead.
In goal, Matt Ryan. He's already got me 6 points because they drew 0-0. Alexander Arnold against Man City. James Tarkowski, he's got me 6 points because they drew 0-0. Brighton. Luca Digne against Man United. Jared Bowen against Fulham. Hyun-Min Son against West Brom. Traore against Leicester. Ward-Prowse, who's playing now against Newcastle, got 3 points so far.
He's got 3.
Yeah. Click against Crystal Palace. Jimenez against Leicester. And Harry Kane's my captain against West Brom. I know I said we're going to draw to West Brom, but it's Harry Kane. I can't not have him as captain.
Yeah, no. I fully understand. He will get a goal or an assist. My team, Ryan in goal, already got me 6 points, just like you. In defence, I've got Doherty, Justin, Arnold, and Walker Peters. Walker Peters is currently getting me 6 points as it stands. I'm so glad because literally before we went on air, I was like, fuck, I took Lamptey out for Walker Peters and he got me 6 points. But doesn't matter now, really, does it?
No.
It does. I could have just swapped Justin out for Lamperty. But I've got Justin in for Lamperty because I thought he was going to be injured. Anyway, moving on to the midfield, I've got Salah. You'll see. I've got Aubameyang as captain. Bit controversial to what I just said.
He's isolated. Let's make him captain.
Oh, fucking hell. Do you know what? I didn't really focus much on my team this week, and he was my captain last week. So it's just kind of stayed the same, really, apart from Justin. I've got Romeo, who's currently getting me 2 points. How many current points are you on currently?
I am on 15.
I'm on 16. Got Saint Maximin, who is currently on 2 points.
I hope he gets sent off so you lose those points.
You're such a dick. And then up front, I've got Jimenez and Werner as vice captain.
Lovely. Son's my vice captain, but you probably guessed that by now.
Yeah. You're just Harry, son.
And you're like, Ollie, never leave, never leave me,
mate. If he's gonna, I'd fist him if it meant he stayed.
Oh,
I love him that much, like full on, like sunflower. Like,
that feels a bit funny.
But yeah, that's our teams, guys. Again, please do not take tips off us because we are. Well, I am shit at this. Nathan might give you a pro tip if you're lucky this week. What's your pro tip this week, Nathan? We're just going to bang a new segment in right now that Nathan's completely unaware of, that I've just made up.
Pick players that will get you points.
Okay, well, that was a shit tip, but thank you, Nathan.
The Michael Owen tip. State the obvious.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, and on that note, thank you so much for watching today. We're up to 125 subs. Yeah, please like and subscribe. Please share with your friends and help us grow. Yeah. So until next time, guys.
Goodbye.